Hi, you guys. So, I just wanted to do part two of being transgender in South Africa. And I wanted to talk about access to healthcare in South Africa as a transgender person or a gender non binary person. Now, if you know anything about healthcare in South Africa, especially public healthcare, you would know that everyone who didn't get a job in hell went to go work in the hospital. People like nurses and doctors in public hospitals are incredibly rude. Incredibly rude. Nobody wants to go to a public hospital. You just don't. You know you go there to die. But the thing is, we don't all have the privilege of being able to go to a private hospital. So the thing is, you do have to kind of just bite the bullet and go to these places. Now, when I started my journey, I found out that I could actually get hormones from a general practitioner, and I could get these hormones at a public hospital. So you know I'm out here trying to save some money. I went to the public hospital in my hometown, which is like rural Eastern Cape. I want you to think of like as rural as it gets in Eastern Cape. So I get there, and of course, there are a million people queuing up halfway to death. The nurses are understaffed, or the hospital rather is understaffed, and the nurses were just spitting out fire. And there were these two. Both of them were black Xhosa women in their late to early 50s. And one of them just looked so mad to be there. You know what I mean? She was just giving everyone so much attitude. So in my hand, I have this document. Well, I had two documents that I'd gotten from my psychologist stating that, I need hormone replacement therapy, this, that, and the other. So I'm just kind of like, I'm going to have to go through this woman. I'm going to have to go and give her my document so she can like direct me to the right place. And I was just kind of like, I really had no choice, because if I was going to get my hormones and if I was going to get them for free, I needed to go through these people. So, you know what? I just bit the bullet. I went straight up to her, but I was trying to like not be direct and tell her what the reason for me being there was. I wanted to make it very, I wanted to be very vague about everything, because I did not need this woman yelling at me, swearing at me, making a scene. Now, we go back and forth, and eventually she gets frustrated and sees my document, and she yanks it out of my hand. So I'm like, I watch her as she's reading the letter from my psychologist. And to be honest, you'd have to be a complete dimwit to not know what's going on after having read that letter. So after she reads the first line, she literally stops and she looks at me. And then she continues reading. After she read the letter, she just looked at me and she gave me a hug, and she was like, "My child, I wish you all the best in your journey." And I was floored. I'd walked in completely judging this person, completely judging the system, listening to all of these stories that we hear about public hospitals. And this woman literally, for that one moment, like, stood there with me and supported me. I later went and I saw the doctor. And of course, the doctor warned me that, I was going to get a lot of bad service. But at the end of the day, I was able to go there and I was able to get help. please just go out there and get help if you need it. Don't stop yourself from accessing either public health care or the police or whatever just because you're scared that people are going to judge you. Yes, you will encounter a lot of judgment and ignorance from people, especially here in South Africa. But you need to at least try. My advice is, if you are a transgender person here in South Africa and you're scared, look, bite the bullet, go in there, and hope for the absolute best. Eventually you will come right. I promise you, you will. You will. There are enough people out here in healthcare, out here in the police service, out here in education who are rooting just for you. So don't give up. Keep going. Yes, you're going to encounter some bullshit, but keep on stepping. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to comment and press that like button. I probably was pointing in the wrong direction. I'm not sure. Wherever you see the like button, press it. Bye.